Hey, there it goes. Hey everybody, guess what? Here we are again. We want to welcome everybody back. So good to see you again. You know, it's always a blessing for all y'all that tune in on a regular basis. We got Noel here. He's loving on me too. Of course, Michael and Terry. But anyway, we just want to welcome everybody back. We got a lot of loyal viewers, and if you're new to the show, please let us know where you're coming from and all that kind of stuff. What we're going to be talking about tonight on tonight's show is, hey, it's Memorial Day weekend coming up. So we're going to talk about some safe boating habits or some safe boating practices anyway. And
but we're going to make them fun. It's not going to be like, you know, your third grade teacher trying to, you know, tell you about, you know.
Well, maybe your second grade teacher or something anyway. But anyway, just things you want to know before you head to the lake. Especially on Memorial Day weekend. We know a lot of you are novice boaters and stuff like that, so we want to give a few tips on that kind of stuff and kind of go over some safety measures as well.
Absolutely.
Great.
Get them fired up, Noel.
Hit those likes, y'all. All right, here we go. As always, like and share. You know, I like to see those hearts. I like to see those thumbs up. And definitely share the live feed. Let's get those viewers up and going. There goes Julie.
Those what? Up and going? What did you say?
Those viewers.
Viewers. Oh.
Viewers. We're up to 19.
So we got to get them
He's
up.
got his little Tawak new swag hat on that says Tawak. It's got the striper. Go a little closer so people can see your
That is a cool hat.
It's a really cool hat.
Oh, Leon.
Yeah, it is cool.
But yeah,
20,
if you got questions, we got answers. Go ahead and post them down below in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from
Miss Candace.
and what is it that you want to know about today's show. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Questions, guys. Be thinking of questions. We'll answer them.
Absolutely, guys. If you guys have questions about fishing in general, we'd love to get a chance to maybe answer your questions or at least hear them. And guys, check this out. Lake Tawakoni is clearing up. Believe it or not, the lake. Am I supposed to do this part?
No, not really.
Well,
Just give it fishing
No, you're not
report.
doing a lake report.
What
It's
am
a
I doing?
fishing report.
Oh, I'm doing
Yeah.
the fishing report.
Not a lake report.
See, here's the
Fishing
thing, guys. I type all this up, and then right before the show, they start talking about
You know,
fishing.
the sun has been out. It is shining.
Yeah, fishing report.
And I'm a little sunburnt in the brain today, I think. Fishing report.
Today?
I'm gonna do.
Why just today?
Hey, Shannon.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's just caught up to me here.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're doing our fishing report, and I'm gonna do the striper and hybrid striper and white bass report.
And
No.
catfish.
No, just
You
catfish.
can't even read.
Man, I'm just.
He's
He blushing now. Look at him go.
his face is red.
The guys, the hybrids and the stripers are doing really well on our lake. Tawakoni is really putting out a ton of fish. I mean, bottom line is
using slabs or swim baits.
Both.
yes, and there's been some live bait as well being used. I think really most of the fish have emptied out of the river, the Sabine River, Caddo Inlet, Jones Creek, all those. They were holding all those hybrid stripers and white bass. I think those have finally completely released the fish, and they're in the lake. And if you're going out this weekend and you're looking for a fishing report from this live feed, guys, I'm telling you, there's fish everywhere on the lake. Literally from the dam all the way north of the bridge and out west towards Kitsy. Just look for structure, and you're gonna find hybrid. Hybrids are everywhere on the lake right now. So, catfish. The catfishing is okay. I'm not gonna just sit here and give you guys a slam crazy report. Noel's got a catfish trip in the morning. He's probably gonna do pretty good. But the fish are really scattered with the high water that we've had. They're up in the green, and they're really kind of spread out quite a bit. I would definitely focus right now on graining out or weeding out an area and then fishing it with punch bait. Probably be your best bet. So, but overall, your striper are wonderful, and your catfish are pretty good. So, Mr. Mike T is going to talk about what everybody wants to know about, the crappie.
Everybody want to see them
Big
sockeye.
crappie.
Yeah, you know, I go down to Louisiana every year and stuff, and one of my favorite adages down there is everybody always asks me, said, hey, you know what the difference between a sockeye and a crappie is? And their thing down there is a couple pound. That's what the difference is. But whether you call them crappie or sockeye or whatever you want to call them. hey, they're biting on the lake right now. If you don't have a brush pile, I would recommend probably putting a brush pile out. You know, most of the fish are somewhere in the 10 to 20-foot range, and you know, you can specify a little closer if you're on some structure or on that brush pile and stuff like that. Some of the bridges, they're catching them around there too. So
Will they catch them with minnows on the bridge?
most people I've seen that fish the bridge
fishing?
are minnow fishing and stuff. I do see some jig fishermen there, but it doesn't seem like they're pulling in quite as many. We like to jig fish because we live for that thump. But you can definitely catch them on minnows as well. I personally haven't tried fishing minnows simply because I haven't felt the need to. Sometimes whenever wind conditions get up or the bite gets a little tougher, then we may switch to minnows, but right now we just haven't had to do that. Same with white bass. We use their side image to scan around some of the structures, like I said, some of the points and humps and stuff like that Michael was talking about just a little bit ago for the hybrids. There's not a whole lot of difference whenever you're marking those fish, except they do look smaller. They look a little more bunched up on your side image and stuff like that, and they're all over the lake as well. Any one of those little humps, ridges, points, anything like that you want to pull up on, we recommend side image all the time. The Humminbird Helix 12s is what we use, and I'm telling you, you can pull up there, and when it lights up, you know you can spin around on them, hit your spot lock on your trolling motor, and it's lights out. And we have been catching those on anything from bait. Noel caught several of them today on the RSR slabs, the Littlejohn slabs.
Yeah, he smoked them down.
The swim baits have been a little bit slow simply because they seem to be out in a little bit deeper water, and honestly we just haven't tried them since we haven't seen them schooling in the shallow water because we just haven't tried. I mean,
probably could catch them like that.
I did see them schooling in the shallow water this morning on the way back from the bait run, but I blew right by them because I was going to catch hybrids first.
I heard I got a report from someone that said that the sand bass were schooling this afternoon.
Yep. Probably so.
Yeah,
like I said, I did
I
see
haven't seen them at all.
I did see a big school of them going this morning, but I was on my way back to pick the customers up and go out and catch hybrids.
Yeah. All right, guys, real quick, we got 50 viewers, so continue to share this feed. Let's see who's tuned in and who's watching. We got Armando Garcia Jr., shout out Sean Davidson. We got Sony Bionic Fisherman Parker, hello to everybody. Bart Rogers, Lucas Crisiete Lucius tuned in, shout out to you, Lucas. And we got Cali Ray Neighbors, Whitney Walker, Everett Whitaker, hello, how's it going with the little wave? Bart Rogers, I see your little thumbs up, way to go, hit them likes, y'all, that's what I like to see here. Let's see here, who else we got? Norris Arwood, Everett Whitaker, we said that already. Steve is tuned in. Sony Bionic Fisherman, Noel is the man. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, buddy. Michael W.
I know
Porti.
he's not from Texas too, right? Sonny, where are you from again? I know it's like Iowa or something.
Frida
Randy
Radcliffe is
Adams.
tuned in. Ted Hayes, hello, how's it going, sir? Thank you for tuning in. Skip
George
Thompson,
Littlejohn.
hello, how's everybody doing? George?
So I'm going to give you a quick lake report. I know the last couple of times we did our lake report, I mean, it was, what would you say it was? Last week's lake report.
Last week's lake report was the water was still cool.
Moderately
We were
stained.
warming up. We were kind of surprised it was still cool.
Right.
And
It
then
just
now
started clearing.
It
out
is,
and
the
stuff.
lake is beautiful right now. It is a clear,
It really is. It's
green,
like
low to mid 70s. It is absolutely beautiful. If you're coming to the lake this weekend, I mean,
you're
for
coming to
fishermen,
swim,
coming
or
to swim or ski.
It's primo. Oh, sorry.
Boy, let me talk.
Golly, man.
What he said. Now I'm going to go over here and pout for a minute.
Don't swim or ski around us.
I can't
Guys,
say
we got a
nothing.
few questions coming in. I just saw it. David Knowles, can you still catch catfish when you're cleaning fish? Man, those catfish have not showed up yet. We're still wanting to know where they are. Michael Boti wants to know, and I'm going to let Mike answer this question in like a 10-second answer here. Do y'all catch any largemouth while striper and white bass fishing?
I haven't yet this year. Now, typically later in the year we do. occasionally, but the largemouth haven't really pulled back out on the deeper parts of the structure. And typically the largemouth are really shallow on Lake Tawakoni. They always have been historically, but they will move out sometimes whenever they go to schooling. But
so Michael, that was a long way to say no. He is not.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
We will occasionally.
And there was
later
one
in the
more
summer.
here.
Not yet.
We do Everett. We do get our big catfish on fresh shad. We don't use frozen shad. And then there was one other question about shad, and I wanted to ask. Here it is. Armando Garcia. He asked, "Where's the best spot for shad?" Armando, let me tell you. If you're looking for shad, right now the shad spawn is going on Lake Tawakoni. So that means early in the morning, right at daylight, the shad are coming up and they're flicking all over like willow branches and riprap at the dam and bridge pylons and concrete and anything, boat ramps, marinas.
Absolutely.
And it's a window that you've got to get there between like right now it's about what 6:30, 6:40, and about 7:15, right?
Some a little bit earlier, but not much.
Yeah, it's somewhere
around 6:15
right,
to
6:15 to 7.
By 7:20 this morning, they were done.
They were done,
With the spawn
and then once
part.
they go
Some of
down,
them were still there.
then they get tougher to catch. Right. So, and then one more, Mike Reagan. How well would an A-rig work on stripers? Man, you know what? Right now, the stripers are really glued to the bottom. They seem to be relating to structure right now. We don't have a lot of our fish coming up off the bottom. A-rigs might work, but right now, I wouldn't throw an A-rig.
If you were going to try it, I mean, it would be like throwing a swim bait or anything else. Just throw it out, let it sink, and crawl it back.
Yeah.
Don't try to rip it back and stuff until they get to schooling and push those bait to the top, and then you see the birds working and stuff. Then anything will work, of course.
Yeah,
but the A-rig, of course, is going to be better if you slow down with it.
Okay.
All right, let's give something away here.
All right, real quick. Sergio Posadas, thank you so much for tuning in and sharing this feed right here. So, shout out to
10%
Sergio.
battery.
We got to roll.
Okay, we're gonna go.
Freebies!
Freebies.
You know what
for
that
you
is?
guys
That's that
that are
net gator.
Share and
Man, they
liking
were
our
working
feed.
great today.
We've got two.
I
I'm gonna
wouldn't
go ahead and
know
give them
I
both
had
away because
Again?
I have 10% left on my batteries, so on my phone. So I picked two
away
people that have shared and liked our feeds every week, and that is Brent Freeman. Thank you so much for liking and sharing our feed. Send me a private message with your mailing address, and I will mail you this Tawakoni Guide Service Net Gator. And also Justin Sills. Every week you like and share our feed. Thank you so much. Text me your home address, and I'll mail this to you. So thank you guys so much for sharing and loving on us so much.
You guys need to come over and swim with some fish. Literally.
We were going to talk about things boaters needed to know before they headed to the lake on Memorial Day weekend, and
Absolutely.
He's going to tell you a little bit about that.
Absolutely. One of the questions that always comes up, I hear it on my boat, and I know the guys hear it on their boat all. What's the, in Memorial Weekend, a lot of guys like to go, a lot of families, whatever, like to go to the lake. They like to drink a little beer and boat around and hang out. And maybe do a little fishing, maybe just do a little swimming, or skiing, or whatever. Guys, here's the deal with alcohol on the boat. First of all, thank you. I'll look right in here. First of all, it is legal to drink alcohol on the boat. And if you're a driver on the boat, it's actually legal for the driver to drink alcohol.
We have that a lot.
You can drink and drive on Texas lakes legally. Now, you cannot be over the legal limit, which is what?
You just can't be drunk.
0.08.
You can't be drunk.
Okay.
You gotta remember.
Yeah, you can't be drunk. And so this question's asked all the time. That's why I'm answering it on camera. Here's the deal, though. And I talked to the game warden about this afternoon. And he pointed this out to me. He said, you got to be careful because a guy in air conditioning that can drink 4 or 5 beers in air conditioning can't drink 4 or 5 beers in the sun being dehydrated and still carry his alcohol in the legal limit. And if you're driving and you're drinking a Corona or whatever and you get pulled over by the game warden, he's gonna test you.
If you start slurring and they're not,
I love how he said Corona.
Yeah,
Where's the beach?
Yeah, if you can answer their questions, you might.
You can actually have an open container on the boat
Right.
and have a beer. But actually, you cannot be over the legal limit just like in a car or anything else. And you will get a BWI, which is boating while intoxicated. So if you're going to go out, first of all, we don't recommend you drinking beer if you're going to be operating the boat.
Absolutely.
But you do have the right to have the beer in your boat, and other people do have the right to enjoy the weekend and enjoy the Memorial Day and stuff like that with some alcoholic beverages. But we certainly don't recommend it. We do not partake when we're at work and stuff.
Absolutely.
Simply because it is against the law for us to.
Oh yeah, you can drink all the milk you want on board.
And even
I saw him, Noel, drinking his freaking. It was 100 degrees outside, and he's drinking white milk today. He's taking fish off left and right. And he's drinking his milk.
And as a passenger too, you can drink, but the same thing. If you get stopped by the game warden and you're inebriated or you can't answer their questions, you may get that.
You will go to jail.
Yeah,
so
that would suck.
So just be aware of that.
Just saying.
Other than that, things to know. Make sure you know your lake. Study your maps. Have some charts or some kind of avionics or something like that. There is a lot of underwater structure as far as stumps and stuff like that on Lake Tawakoni. So we definitely recommend that you have those marked. The huge stump fields out in the middle of the lake. I can't tell you how many times I've been out in those areas fishing and I see boats running right by me. And all I can say to those boats is you need to go buy a lottery ticket right now, because you were very lucky that you didn't lose a lower unit or seriously hurt somebody. So make sure you know the areas that you're going to be running through and stuff like that before you do that, or before somebody goes skiing through the middle of it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so that's
absolutely.
Another tip to make sure you know the lake.
My tip for you is going to be safety equipment. You have to have life jackets. It's one per person. You have to have a throw cushion. You also must have, if kiddos are, I think it's 10 and under, they have to have life jackets for kiddos. Don't put an adult small on a little 5-year-old. So you have to have the life jackets.
And they have to be wearing it anytime the big motor's running.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, fire extinguisher, check it, make sure it's in the green. You have to have a whistle. You need to have your boater registration card, your green card. You have to have that. So those are my few things.
You need your green card.
I need my green card.
Just on the boat, though.
No.
Just on the
Guys,
And talk about fishing license, Noel.
Yep.
Well, since I ain't got an ID, I don't need one, right?
Well, I don't even have a driver's license.
All right. One of the questions everybody asks all the time: do we need a fishing license? Well, if you're 17 years and under, I believe you do.
17 and older, you do.
You do, but 17 and under, you don't.
16 and under.
Oh, 16 and under, you don't need a fishing license.
Right.
But hey, guys, I mean, them tickets are expensive. Game wardens will definitely be out, and you will get checked, and so it's not definitely worth it to get a ticket. So you can always go to a Texas Parks and Wildlife on your phone and just get your fishing license, online. We're not going to check, for fishing licenses, but it's a must that you carry one if you're 17 years or older. So let's be responsible. Plus, that money goes towards, parks, state parks and everything,
That's right.
maintenance on the lake. So you definitely, you buy a fishing license, you're helping out with the fishing.
That's right.
Yeah, you're supposed to have a printed copy of it on you at all times, but I've talked with the game warden and stuff like that. If you do purchase it on your phone or online and you have your phone, you can just screenshot where you paid for it, and they will accept that as valid proof that you do have your temporary fishing license or out of state, something like that.
That's right. Good stuff, guys. It's Memorial Weekend. Get to the lake, have fun, take the kids out. The lakes are warming up. I think they're warming up to tube and to.
Oh yeah, I've seen
jet
them out there.
skiers and stuff like
out
that.
there.
Sometimes Memorial Weekend's iffy on whether you can really get in the water or not. And I really think you're all right.
Guaranteed to rain.
Yeah, that's right. It
It's
always is.
always guaranteed.
I felt the water today, so it's not cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
The caption this week, tell them what the caption this is, because you're so good at it.
But
With only 7% left on the battery.
Okay. Caption this very simply. We're going to put a picture up every week. We want you to quit rushing me, Noel.
What's up, Tim Gilstrap, man? Good to see you.
We hope when he does this
Okay.
little thing.
So we're going to put a picture up every week. With that picture, you're going to put what you need to do is go on there and caption it. If you had the craftiest caption, then your name's going to go in a hat at the end of that drawing, or at the end of the year.
Yep.
Your name's going to get drawn out, or somebody else's name's going to get drawn out. But anyway, somebody's going to win the drawing on a trophy catfish trip.
Look
So
everything.
There you
wanna do the
go.
winner?
And this week's winner.
We picked the winner now. So.
Yeah, we picked the winner.
Yeah, it's easier.
You know, and part of that was because everybody was doing the likes and the likes and the likes, and I think it got miscounted last
Yeah,
week
at the last
or something.
second,
At the
like,
very
we
last
didn't see
second,
it.
but we had already announced the winner.
Well, they got in the drawing anyway. And
Right.
yeah.
So we did put your name in
So
the
the
drawing.
winner is
Who?
J.W. Cotton.
Oh,
right here.
J.W. Cotton.
He says it was a picture of me. Just made a cast, caught a bunch of big gizzard shad, and I kind of was posing a little bit, laying down. I was a little proud of my catch. And J.W. Cotton said a true bait magnet. So you're gonna your name J.W.
That's
and your family's name is gonna go into a
That's
hat.
about the only thing he can magnet.
That's
Right.
right. You know somebody's got to do it.
So
Congratulations,
your name goes
JW.
in the hat for the drawing in December. So
Yep.
thank you so much.
We got a
I
really
appreciate
cool picture
that.
coming up for this next week. Caption this. Some of you guys saw it from Mr. Noel back there. We're going to caption his clowning around on the dock laying with the fish.
Hey, you know what? We
So-
should have bloopers.
Yeah, we should.
We may need to
So
do that.
anyway, your name
anyway-
goes in the hat, JW, and hopefully your name will get drawn out in December for that trophy
That's
catfish trip.
So people want to get in the water. The water's not cold. I found that out today.
Did you?
Yeah. Let them know
Yeah.
what happened.
We had another little
Prop
prop
washing.
wash incident or two.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
it backfired on you, didn't it?
it did. It did backfire.
Yeah.
This happens when you put the boat in reverse.
Yeah, you put
They
the
think
boat
you're in
in
forward.
reverse, and you're trying to do the prop wash on the boat behind you. And
I
guess
got
what,
about
dude?
500 gallons of water into my boat. Unfortunately, off one of my customers caught about 300 of it right in his lap.
Well, I
So
think he was the instigator of all of it.
he
anyway.
kind of
Yeah.
was. Yeah, he was.
Let's do the RSR lure, guess the weight, and then.
Hey, RS, more freebies right here. RSR lures. Guess what? We got the guess the weight deal.
big part.
Where we always post a picture, you guess the weight. If you're closest to the weight without going over, you win some RSR lures. Thank you, Mr.
John. Good to meet you,
Philip
man.
Walker, on that.
I'm going to guess the weight. 135 pounds.
Billy Shoemaker actually caught that fish, and it weighed 27.3. And
Wow.
Sam
That's huge.
Keltner, guess what? You guessed 27.3.
The first one
I'm
to
telling
guess it, too.
y'all were great on guessing these weights
I
on some of these fish
know.
and stuff.
It's
I think
So,
they have an
Sam-
inside person.
Maybe so. I don't know.
Sam, just make sure you get
What's
a
up,
hold of Philip, and he will make sure that you get your RSR lures.
Guys, they are
Awesome.
biting the RSR lures. I guarantee it. I
Absolutely.
saw them get caught today on RSR lures. So
That's right.
absolutely. What else do we
Some
got?
of our sponsors we want to talk about.
I'd like to shout out to the folks over at Pro Angler Tackle who manufacture the Pro Angler crappie rods. They do a fantastic job. We've been catching a lot of crappie lately, and we are using the Pro Angler crappie rods. And they also the manufacturer of the Be Ready rod holders that we use for striper fishing, blue cat fishing, well, just about everything. Guys, I personally have a set of Be Ready rod holders on the Skeeter. The Skeeter is 18 or 19 years old. Those rod holders have been on that boat, I think, for 14 or 15 years, and they still work great.
they're great.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Great people. Contact Ed Phillips over at Wrangler Tackle, and he
Fred,
will take care of you. Also, one more shout out, the Tawakoni swag. Our hats are printed, our shirts are all done by the good folks over at Effortless Branding. They do wonderful work, and we just want to say thank you for doing such a
We
good
always get asked about, is this apparel for sale and stuff like that, and it certainly is. Just go to our website, go to the apparel page. You'll actually be ordering it direct from Effortless Branding. You pay them direct, it will come direct from them whenever you order it.
Danny Howard just asked, how can I get one of these caps? Just like Mike said, jump over on the website, click on it. Man, you can get it. I think they're like 10 or 15 bucks. So free shipping.
Hey guys, if you guys want to share a trip in between you, I mean, one person wants to go fishing, y'all talk amongst each other on Facebook, and get out there, get a great group going, and never know, from there you may create great friends. So
That's true.
So-
I know we have our first availables early first week of June. So
and you know what, they'll book quick. So hey, if you guys want to share some trips, y'all go ahead and talk to each other. And hey guys, if you got any questions or you want to shout out, go ahead and comment on
even
here.
if our live feed goes off, we'll still come back and answer your questions.
Absolutely. Ryan Anderson, thank you so much for tuning in. Kathy, hello. Daniel Rodriguez, thank you so much for watching.
Steve Jones, what's up, man? Hey, real quick, want to give a shout out to the great folks over at Blazer Bay in Pensacola, Florida. They manufacture the boats that we guide out of and do a fantastic job. If you're looking for a great boat that's got a lot of room in it, that really holds up to the test, Blazer Bay boats are fantastic boats. And Frank McKinney, a big shout out to your rods that we use for striper fishing that are flat out getting worn out right now in a good way, and actually they're holding up just fine. So absolutely, these are Frank's rods right here, and we are giving these rods right here away. You can see they have our logo on them, and that's a carbon fiber handle with an aluminum alloy reel seat. It's actually are really nice rods. And we're going to be doing the biggest striper or hybrid striper in the month of June and July. We're going to give 2 rods away. Whatever customer catches the biggest fish is going to get one of these rods.
I thought it was just whoever caught the biggest one. That's what I said. I'm going to be fishing for those rods.
Thanks for watching and sharing, Nadia.
Susan asked real quick, what are the lake temps? We kind of went over that. They're in the mid-70s, depending on what area of the lake you're in. But the surface temps are somewhere in the 72 to 75 degree range, just depending on where you go.
You guys, we really appreciate you watching. If you're coming out to the lake this weekend, just be safe. It's going to be hot. It's going to be sunny.
Be safe. Be careful. Watch out for other boaters. You know, water is not something you want to take for granted.
Respect the water always.
That's right. And have fun.
Say hello. If you see us at the dock, say hi to us.
Yep, come by and say hi. We saw Randy Duke. Randy Duke came out the other day.
He drove by in his pontoon.
His pontoon boat. And he waved at us, said hi. It was really cool to see customers. So
yeah, we love Randy. So yeah, come out and say hello to us. We'll be at the dock.
What else do we got to talk about?
I don't know. I was rushing because I thought
if Terry would have charged her phone, we could have stayed on a little longer. We got like 1%.
I'm
so
sure everybody else has stuff.
Says, where can I get the bait that you just gave away? Where can I get the bait?
RSR Lures.
Oh, RSR Lures.
That's right.
Yep.
Just look them up on Facebook, and they'll hook you up.
Absolutely.
Philip Walker.
Philip Walker on Facebook. He'll make sure you get the RSR Lures.
I finally met James. He came out the other day at the dog, and hey, James, it was good meeting you.
Yep,
James, looking forward to it.
If you guys are wanting to go fishing, we've got some dates open in June. July's already starting to book, so those kiddos are out of school and you want to go fishing half day. We start early and we're out before the lake gets real hot, before it gets hot outside.
You can do the same thing there. You can go to our website. You can click on the type of trip you want. With that will come up a list of us, and you can pick whichever guide you want, and the calendar will actually come up for each one of us. I don't think I have, but just a couple of openings in June, and this month's full. June is pretty well full until the end.
Fishing is fantastic in July and August, guys.
It's July,
August, September. Great fishing. So
if you want to book those, make sure you get online now and start checking those dates.
You're right,
out.
Brooke. I saw that. I think it may be fudge. I saw Mike's side is fuzzy over here. That's why he's been. He's fuzzy guy.
Yeah, I got somebody that's pranking my pictures on Facebook.
I saw that.
Yeah, boy, is that what I'm gonna look like when I'm 75?
You're pretty wide there, boy.
I couldn't remember.
All right, guys, y'all have a great week.
Thank y'all for joining us.
If you guys make it out to Tawakoni, come by and say hi to us. We'd like to
see you next week.
I'm about to post a really cool video from today, so in about 5 minutes you'll see it.
All right, y'all take care.
Bye.